Hey, what's up? It's me, Strange Loop here, and today I'm going to drive and talk to you, but this is spontaneous, so let's drive, okay? So yeah, anyway, this is my car. I bought it like, I don't know, like a month ago, 2 months ago, I believe, and just been driving a lot lately. So I like this car. It's a BMW E46, and you know, it's a nice car. I'll probably show you how the car looks later in the video, or as I said, this is just totally me just doing spontaneous things on the fly without putting much thought into it. Maybe it's a bad thing, maybe it's a good thing, I don't know. So what's the best thing about this car? The best thing is that it can take me anywhere, almost anywhere in the world. So I like that about it. Of course, I'm not gonna drive to Antarctica with my car. That would be impossible. But I can still drive through Europe because I live in Europe, and I can drive to basically Asia, to Africa as well, I believe. Yeah, to Africa as well. And I don't know about America, unless the, how do you call it, the ship. If the ship took me to through the ocean, through the Atlantic Ocean, then I would be able to go to America, right? So, but do I want that? Not right now. Maybe someday I will go to America. And this is just like a speculation, right? This is not something that's already set and done, because most of the time when I say I will do things, I mostly do them, but sometimes I don't do them because I find an excuse, or just just an excuse that's not to do something. So if I say, for example, I'm gonna buy a car, and in this instance I bought a car, so that actually is pretty good. That is called integrity, right? So you say what you do and you get confidence from it. That's how I see it. So if I said to myself that I'm going to buy a car, and for next 10 years I didn't buy a car, what would that tell you about me? That I'm a bullshitter, right? That would tell you that I'm a bullshitter, and you cannot trust me because I said I'm going to buy a car and I didn't buy it. So, for those things I didn't do, I'm sorry. Most of those things I forgot about them. Some things I did do that I said I would do. Those things that matter the most are the most important. So don't forget that. That's the most important thing, is to keep a positive mindset. I'm just, I'm not trying to teach you on anything. You know it yourself, right? You know it yourself. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, how to think, or what should be your next move. But I'm not in any way like that. But for most part, I just want to help people, right? So maybe these thoughts help people, maybe these thoughts don't. All right, so basically I'm here to tell my story. Okay, so the story goes like this. Okay, so here's the story. How did I learn to drive a bicycle? Okay, so the bicycle, well, first of all, I had to have a bicycle. Then I bought a bicycle. Well, my parents bought a bicycle. I didn't buy my bicycle first. The first bicycle I bought was in England. But the first ever bicycle I rode, I didn't buy it. Right, so the first thing I did when I started to drive with bicycles, first thing I did is I put on a seat up, right? So I was a small kid back in the day. Now I'm very tall. So to actually ride the bicycle, I had to get on the bicycle and start riding, right? But it wasn't that simple, because as I started to ride the bicycle, I fell, because you need to keep balance on the bicycle. So the best thing that I managed to do to learn that balance, to keep the balance on the bicycle, is to have a wall beside me. There is a wall still in my parents' yard that I used to learn the balance of the bicycle. So that's how I learned. I used my hands to step on the wall, and I just started to ride the bicycle. And the next thing about it is really just the best. The next thing about it is to do what? To actually go and I don't like the sun, lightning. The sun is okay. I hope you can see my face, but you don't really need to see my face. Okay, so the next thing I did is to actually keep the balance while I'm driving, right, on the bicycle. So to do that, there's like experimentation. I had to try to ride for as long periods of time as I could before I fell, or before I needed to brake and use my legs to keep the balance. So like this process of learning how to ride the bicycle is pretty much the same with any skill, right? So the same goes for driving the car, for learning an instrument. First you need, of course there's dynamics and nuances with everything you learn, but the most important thing is probably the process of learning. So that's what I think. These are just my thoughts. You don't need to have the same thoughts. You can have your own opinion. You can comment down below if you want. What do you think about it? But these are my thoughts, right? So basically the skill, so to continue, right, the skill to learn anything is in itself a skill, because if you didn't have a skill to learn, you wouldn't learn anything. So if I cultivated my skill to learn, then I would be unstoppable. Seriously. Because to be able to learn anything is essentially a superpower. Because if you didn't learn, how would you get anything? How would you make money? How would you talk to people? How would you survive even? How would you stay alive without learning, right? So if you want to learn, of course you can join my Facebook group, Beatbox Academy, Strange Loops Beatbox Academy, and you can check it out. It's about beatbox, but I take the broader approach with my teachings. It's not just beatbox. It's more about mind stuff. The mind, the mindset, how to set the mindset, how to behave as a beatboxer, and how to actually beatbox, you know, and just mostly it's just my thoughts as here, but still it's pretty, you know, it's good. Learning, right? So the thing I'm learning right now is really public speaking, right? That's why I'm doing these videos, to learn how to speak, because okay, so where did I left off? I ran out of space, so I had to clear up some space on my phone so I could continue to record. So I'm learning to public speak because I want to be more social. Socially adept, you know? That's why I chose the taxi driver's job, because it requires to be around people, and to be around people is not my most comfortable space, you know. It's not my strength to be around people. Most of the time, most of my life, I have been alone and freaking depressed and freaking just, you know, sad about my life, a victim, because I didn't have things that other people had. I didn't have as many friends as other people had. But now I'm doing pretty good. You know, it's not an ideal space, an ideal life in a sense, but it's still good. I have family to support me. I have a couple of friends, couple good friends, and I have you, right? So I can talk to you, I can talk about my life. This is how, like, basically YouTube for me is my outlet as to be like my outlet to get my thoughts out, to actually be a public figure in a sense, because my desire, and you know, it can sound very shallow and dumb, you know, but I want people to know me, you know. I want people to just recognize me as someone who is capable of a lot, who is capable of a lot of things, who is doing a lot of work, who is doing just like the best that he can in this life to actually help out people. And I don't know, maybe this is just like, maybe for you this isn't boring, you know. This maybe for you, I just sound like a narcissist who only talks about himself, and no, you know, some people wouldn't care about it. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the car. Oh, I found the perfect space for it. Okay, so show you the car. Maybe I'll do a separate video on it. But for now, okay, so let me show you the car. So, okay, let's get out. Up. Okay, so this is the car. pretty good. I like the back of it. Looks pretty sharp, especially this. So the rear bumper, right? It's pretty good. I love this car. It's mine. My first ever car. So I love it. I am happy to have it. And yeah, so I don't know. I've been rambling today, just like telling you thoughts, random thoughts. So if you found this interesting or entertaining or just like educational, something like that, you know, drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna sign off. So thank you for watching, and maybe I can promise you that I will do more of these kinds of videos where I'm in a car driving, or just like somewhere just doing something interesting to show you my life. It will be a vlog kind of thing, maybe. So yeah, right, so peace.